That breaking news out of Utah right now. Law enforcement has just released new video and enhanced pictures of a person they are calling a suspect in the shooting death of Charlie Kirk. They're providing an update in Orem, Utah right now. I believe the governor is speaking. Let's listen in. Excuse me. That news conference has just wrapped up, but we did hear the governor is speaking there. We understand the director of the FBI, Kash Patel, is there as well. Let's bring in our Conan Nolan with more on these developments. Conan, still no suspect here in this case, but we do know there's a $100,000 reward. And I'm wondering if we can show those images again. They were enhanced. They were much clearer than what we have seen throughout the day. And there was video here as well.
That's right. And what is clear from this news conference today, although we've been hearing reports all day that things were progressing quickly, that they were getting more leads. We had a press conference that was supposed to have taken place earlier today around 11:30 our time. It was canceled. And now it appears that they're back to calling for help from the public. They have a little more video, or I should say this is the first time we've seen moving pictures, and here they are. But they don't have a suspect in custody. They don't have somebody identified other than the images that they were giving us of this person in the stairwell. And they're asking for help from the public once again, because they need the photographs to be shown enough for them to get a tip. These are some of the latest ones. We see the back. He was in a sweatshirt, had an American flag on it, an eagle on the sweatshirt as well. We understand there's a triangle on his hat. He was in sunglasses. But again, Colleen, it looks like they still need a lot of help. They're hoping for the public will come forward to help them. You asked a question earlier today whether or not he's still in Utah. Good question. We don't know that. That's one of the reasons the FBI is involved. That's not just a Utah state investigation, but clearly, they're hoping that this generates even just the image of him walking or running may jar somebody's memory or understanding of who this person is. They need help from the public.
Well, they did say he was wearing distinctive clothing, and if we can put that up again, let me just talk you through what we're seeing here. That's video of him on the roof. They believe that building was about 200 yards away from where the shot, or where he allegedly shot Charlie Kirk. But you see him try to jump off the building there. He almost appears like he's limping a little bit. They said he ran through the parking lot, then into a wooded area. And Conan, that's where they found the rifle that was used in the shooting? Right,
the bolt-action rifle. From what we understand, the casing was still in, had not been ejected, which leads someone to believe that he knew that he didn't need to fire a second round, and that he apparently wrapped the weapon in a towel. I'm not sure if he had tried to wipe off prints or any to that effect. At the news conference earlier today, they said there was some etching, some inscription in some of the munitions that they had seized. They did not go into detail as to what that was, but there's clearly still trying to get some help from the public because this person obviously knew what he was doing when it came to the use of that weaponry from that distance. Colin, you and I talked off camera about how that's not an easy.
That's not an easy shot.
It's not an easy shot.
200 yards there.
Exactly, and you don't have to be a military trained. There are institutes that could train you on that kind of precision weapon usage. But he then leaves, from what we understand, making his way amongst perhaps the crowd that was leaving. He's of college age, and they discover the weapon, the rifle, in a wooded area near campus. So clearly he had this all planned out. And of course, not only are we looking for him because he is this man is believed to be the assassin of political activist Charlie Kirk, which has rocked the political world, rocked the nation, but he's an assassin on the loose. I mean, there's no indication that he will stop here. Maybe there are other targets, and this has had ramifications certainly on Capitol Hill and anywhere public officials gather. They're concerned as well because this kind of violence as we saw just recently with the assassinations in Minnesota of two Democratic office holders, that this is on the uptick, and they don't know if this gunman is going to act a second time.
Conan, I want to call attention, as long as we're looking at these tight pictures right here. Once again, they are not calling him a person of interest anymore. In this news conference with Governor Cox, they called him a suspect tonight. He's wearing a black T-shirt with an American flag and apparently an eagle on it. You mentioned the ball cap that has a triangle. They also mentioned he might have been wearing Converse. There is a $100,000 reward at this point, and they're talking about the number of tips and leads they have had. They equated to, remember the tips in the Boston Marathon when they were looking for the two brothers.
Right. And when I hear that, Colleen, I actually think of Theodore Kaczynski and the Unabomber case.
Sure.
Not that this one goes nearly that long or deep. That happened for years. But the break in the case came from a relative. It came from somebody who could recognize, say, the gait of the individual here, or recognize the pattern, or recognize just, you know, the way this person wears his cap and sunglasses. And I think that is key to this, is that they're hoping they get to somebody who didn't just spot them at a McDonald's, which was the case in the shooting of the healthcare executive in Manhattan, but a family member, somebody who knows this person intimately and recognizes them, and that's the lead they're looking for, is somebody who can give them a sense as to who this person is, and more specifically, where he is.
The director of the FBI, Kash Patel, has been dispatched from Washington and is apparently overseeing this. Although he didn't speak tonight, we could see him in the background of this news conference. What does that tell you?
Well, Kash Patel, remember, Kash Patel has no experience at any high level of law enforcement, none. So, and that we started to see that yesterday when he started tweeting out on Twitter information about an arrest has been made, we have a suspect, and then having to go back to Twitter and recanting it as no, he's been released. And frankly, that's not how these operations are conducted. They're done professionally, they're done by the book, and they're done with everybody on the same page. And that was the problem yesterday. Is we had the FBI director saying we have a suspect, while the governor of Utah said, if you're out there, we're coming for you. Well, wait, I thought you had a suspect. And that was the problem. So I think they're trying to make sure that doesn't happen now, particularly when they're seeking help from the public. They need credibility from the public, with the public, that this investigation is professional, it's thorough, and it's going to be effective, because right now there is an assassin out who has not been captured. He took the life of an astonishing political figure that has rocked much of the nation, and they still don't have him in custody.
All right, Conan, thank you. Once again, we want to put up these latest pictures that we just received within the past 10 minutes or so. This is the person they are calling a suspect. You see him come across the roof of this building and lower himself to the ground. He almost appears like he's injured his ankle or something here. This is enhanced video of the person they believe shot Charlie Kirk yesterday. And you'll see there it is, the latest picture right here. You see he's distinctive clothing here, the black T-shirt, the American flag on the front with the emblem of an eagle, and apparently a baseball cap with a triangle. Once again, a $100,000 reward is being offered. They say he disappeared into the woods just around the campus there, but they have discovered his rifle. Our coverage of the Charlie Kirk assassination continues. We'll be posting live updates on our NBC LA app. You can also sign up for breaking news alerts. Once again, that video, those pictures, just into our newsroom within the past 10 minutes or so.